All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another amazing Lunch and Learn on this beautiful Tuesday. My name is Stephanie Rollins. I'm one of the TSP executive coaches for the TSP Mastermind. If you are watching this right now, go ahead and type replay down in the comments so that we know that you are watching. And as you guys pop on, make sure that you are dropping your business name and your location down in the comments so we know who you are, what your business is, and where you're coming from. This is also a really great way for you guys to kind of mingle with each other within the comments as we have the Lunch and Learn and kind of find people who are in your area. Great time to find your tribe. So make sure that you are doing that. Today, we have a great Lunch and Learn. Super excited about this. I mean, I'm excited about all of our Lunch and Learns, but today is a very necessary Lunch and Learn. We just got to have a serious conversation about some things. And this topic today that we're going to be talking about, we have the #1 expert on this topic. So I'm so excited to be having this guest today. We're going to be talking about five simple tactics to position your small business as an employer of choice. And that's going to be with Delmar Johnson. So let me just tell you a little bit about her. Delmar Johnson is an HR specialist and consultant, as well as the founder and CEO of Delmar Johnson Enterprises, LLC. She has a master's degree in organizational management and human resources. And through her business, HR Brain for Hire, she helps first-time employers and growing businesses who are in need of assistance with human resources and don't know where to start. Delmar is passionate about empowering women who are in the middle of career transitions by helping them think differently about what they're able to do, and has made it her personal mission to use her gifts of encouragement, intelligence, and resilience to make an impact through inspiring and cultivating the self-worth and power of women. In 2018, Delmar received the Spark and Hustle Small Business Resiliency Award. Delmar lives in Memphis, Tennessee, and in her free time, she enjoys watching movies, traveling, bowling, listening to podcasts, and reading. Hey, Delmar, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, Stephanie. Hey, TSP fam.
Yes, we are so excited to have you. You know, Delmar, I started with TSP in 2017, but you've been such a huge part of the TSP just framework as far as our HR goes. I know you do all of our HR stuff, and whenever Ronnie needs something, she's always turning to you. So you've helped us get all of our systems here. So y'all, Delmar is the real deal. When I tell you that, she is the real deal. So we're not having her up here. Yes, exactly. And you do such an amazing job, and you do it so effortlessly too. So I love it. I love it. So Delmar knows what she's talking about. She does all of our stuff. So she's got it on lock, and we're happy to have her here today. Delmar, really quick. So I know that I think you have a product called HR is Sexy. Do you have a product or a book called HR is Sexy?
Oh, I have a book coming called HR is Sexy that the whole TSP family is going to know about. Trust me.
That's coming up. And I just kind of want you to tell us a little bit about why HR is sexy. Because a lot of times when people start talking about human resources, they don't look at it as sometimes something that's necessary or something that they need to do in their stage of business. So can you just tell us a little bit about why people need to know about this?
Most definitely. Most of the time, HR brings about a level of anxiety. Okay. And that's why I'm here, though. You know, that's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do for you guys. But HR is sexy. And the reason why I chose that is the fact that I wanted people to begin thinking about, particularly entrepreneurs and small business owners, to begin thinking about the opposite of what they think HR is. It's like, oh, HR brings me anxiety and fear. But HR is sexy when your business is organized from an HR perspective, when your business is in compliance, meaning that, you know, nobody's looking to come after you to audit you because you don't have your paperwork in order. You're not hiring your people correctly. You know, you don't have the right things in place. So when you're organized and you're in compliance, that makes you sexy because now your business is attracting the people that you want to be attracted to your business, because when they come in, you're ready to rock and roll with them so they can be successful in their onboarding. You know, we'll talk about those type of things in a minute, but, you know, in their onboarding process. So HR is sexy because you are in order. That's sexiness. That means there's less,
I agree,
you know, potential for auditing. There's less potential for fines, you know, money that you don't want to pay out. All right. You want money coming in. You don't want money going out
right.
in the wrong way, those type of things. So that's just a few reasons why HR is sexy. It just makes your business be more solid, more sound, and more attractive.
Awesome. And I'm here for compliance. Yeah, nobody wants to be bothered when they don't have to be. So go on and get your system
Exactly.
set up now. That's the whole point. You
Exactly.
don't want that mess. Angel said, hey, Delmar.
Hey,
Uh,
hey.
Y'all that are jumping on, make sure that you are dropping your names and tagging your businesses in the comments. Make sure that you're dropping your location as well so that we know who is watching with us. So we got a lot of nuggets to cover, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Again, really quick, my name is Stephanie Rollins. I'm one of the executive coaches for the TSP Mastermind, and we've got HR expert Delmar Johnson here with us today. And we're going to be talking about 5 simple tactics to position your small business as an employer of choice.
Yes.
All right. So Delmar, we've got 5 major nuggets. Let's go ahead and hop into your first nugget.
Okay. So we're talking about employer of choice, right? And I want to give just a quick definition of employer of choice, because I use that term all the time, but people don't necessarily know why. So the why behind that is, first of all, an employer of choice is someone that has a business that has a great work environment. Doesn't matter how big or small your work environment is. Have a great work environment. You have an outstanding brand. You have exposure out there. You're building a great reputation in the marketplace. Okay, a great image in the marketplace, and you have a defined culture, which means you understand what type of culture and what kind of environment that you want to be a part of your business. And the people that you have in there know it too. And those that you want to attract will learn it as well. So that's a quick snapshot of what employer of choice really means. So let's jump right into the first nugget. So we talk about 5 tactics, right, to position yourself to be an employee of choice. Number 1, and I told Stephanie, I used to be a college instructor, so I always have notes. So number one is define what type of person or people you're trying to recruit and retain. Now, both of those go together, the recruit and retain, because you can recruit all day, but how are you positioning yourself to retain the people that you actually want? So, you want to identify what is your ideal employee profile. Actually write it down, create a visual of that. Don't just have it stuck in your head, as most of us entrepreneurs have a lot of stuff stuck in our heads, right? So you want to think about that. What kind of people do you want running your business? So when you're having to step away from the office or go out of town or travel or whatever you do in your business, what kind of people do you want in your office when you leave and they're running your business? Whether that's, an offline brick and mortar or even an online business, who do you want speaking up for you or representing you when you're not there? So you want to think about the type of person you want to recruit in. Are they going to fit into your culture? Do they align with what your objectives and vision is for your business? So that's the first nugget. So you want to define the person or people that you want to recruit and retain. All right.
Hey, Delmar, I have a question really quick about that, just to kind of help the audience. What are some things, like when you say kind of defining the person, what are some things that they should be thinking about? Because when I'm thinking like, trustworthiness. Are they honest? I may be off base though. I'm trying to think of like some different things that people need to think about.
No, that's very good, because the trustworthiness and honesty and those type of things that you said, that actually would be part of your core culture adjectives, if you will.
Got it.
Okay, adjectives. So that's why I say, are they in alignment with what your culture, your core values are? So if that's honesty, trustworthiness, innovation, creativity, great customer service, all those type of things that you may have as your core value, that's where you find the alignment. It's like, are they, if you're looking for someone that's creative, right? Say a graphic designer, you want them to come on board full-time or part-time or whatever. It's like, do they possess the core values that your business culture has developed? And then also, do they have the skill set that you need them to have? Do they have a portfolio? If a graphic designer has been doing it for a while, they have some type of portfolio to show you, right? So visual to show you. So do they have the creativity? Do they have the the work ethic and everything that go along with having to be a graphic designer that gives out a quality graphic, and and is susceptible to making changes as needed. They have great customer service, all those type of things you need to look at when you're looking for a particular person or people to join your business.
Perfect. Thank you for breaking that down for us.
Sure.
Awesome.
Are we moving to number 2?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Number 2, identify the type of perks and benefits that you want to attract what you're looking for, right? Attract what you're looking for in number 1, right? So number 2 is looking for the perks and benefits. Now, when I say benefits, a lot of people go straight to the healthcare and, the dental vision and all those type of things. But there's many benefits that you can have as a startup or a growing business if you're not in the position to have the healthcare yet. And there's a lot of options out there for small businesses. I'm not an expert in benefits, but I am attached to people who are certified and licensed to be benefit brokers. Okay. So you want to go to someone who's actually licensed in selling you insurance and a healthcare broker. Okay. And that's going to be your best bet in finding out what the best options are out there. But there's plenty out there now that may have not been out there 10 years ago. So it's not just about the healthcare, but the perks can be many things. Oh my goodness. It's so many ways you can do that. So let me just give you an example of that just to get your wheels turning. So say, for instance, you have a retail business. Okay. You have a retail business. It's a brick and mortar, or it could be an online, because that's, what retail does now, online and offline. And you want to recruit the best person, right? So you want someone that may be fashionable, fashionable oriented, have had previous retail experience, but how can you invite them in as far as the perks? Your perks could be as easy as a paid birthday off. It could be a paid volunteer day if they're really community oriented and want to contribute to their community in some way for a volunteer day. You can do that for your whole team, not just the person that you're recruiting. So there's many ways that you can attract that person. You can have discounts off the fashion and accessories that you have a significant discount, more than 10%, maybe 30%, where you can really see a difference. So there's many ways that you can think of the kind of perks that you want in your business beyond the traditional fringe benefits of healthcare and, 401k and retirement plans. Most small businesses are not in the position to do that yet, but the goal is to get there, right? You're going to grow and continue to grow, and you'll have that, you'll have the budget and the revenue to be able to address those. But in the beginning, you can think of all kind of really quirky and unique perks to attract the person that you're looking for.
I love it. I love it. And thank you for giving those examples. Yeah, because I feel like just like you said, people just immediately think of the health and the vision and the dental. And am I wrong in saying that sometimes when companies like only offer that, it's kind of like an outdated model? I feel like a lot, especially if you have like younger people coming in, like while it's great to have, I know some companies are still kind of stuck on only offering that. So I think
it's very outdated. And now, we have all 5, I think it's 5 generations now, all 5 generations, particularly working in a work environment at any given time now. And the millennials and the Generation Ys and everything, they're looking, they like healthcare, they like being able to go to the doctor and all those kind of things, but they're looking at other things. Somebody in New York that rides the metro, you may buy them a metro card.
Oh, that's
awesome. A perk.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of a place that had a metro, and New York was the first one that came to mind, because I've had clients up in New York too. So, but just think outside the box, and of course there's different resources. You can Google, you can get a book of all kind of, I think it's like 1,400 ways. It used to be 1,001 ways to reward your employees. I think they, updated it to like 1,501 ways. So it's all kind of ways you can present perks and incentives to people that you're trying to attract, and also retain the ones that you already have.
Right. Amazing. Judith just hopped on. She said, hi, Delmar and Stephanie. Hey, Judith.
Hi. Hi. Okay. So that was number 2 on the perks and the benefits. So number 3, know what your competition is doing. Now, we all know that, subconsciously and consciously as an entrepreneur, know what your competition is doing. But if you're really trying to stand out, have some uniqueness about what you're doing and attracting the right people, then you need to know what your competition is doing. Not necessarily copy them, but it's like, oh wow, they're really doing that. Maybe we could do some version of that, or our own version of what it is that they're doing, without saying, okay, we're going to do what this company does. But it should motivate you to look at what your competition is doing. Go to their career pages on their websites, if they have career pages. Okay, not everybody does, but most people have some type of element of career or what they're looking for as far as people that they're trying to recruit. So look at their career pages. Find out how they're, how they treat their employees. Find out, look at what type of reputation they have in the marketplace. look at what kind of reputation, Sassy Jones comes to mind. Of course, we all love Sharice. And it's just, I just love her, and just love the energy and the things that I see when I see her people on video with her, and just,
Yeah.
how she talks about her people and everything. It's like, that's a reputation. It's like, hey, they have fun, they get down to business, they have beautiful products and all those type of things. It's like, I think I might want to work for her, especially if you got a fashion background and a retail background and that type of background. I would be looking to work for a Sassy Jones or similar, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just using her as an example because I love her energy. So, but that's just an example of the type of thing that you should do when you're looking at your competition. Look at how they're treating their employees, what their reputation is in the marketplace, and go to their career pages or find out what kind of perks and benefits they're offering. And then, kind of mirror that or make it even better, be more unique, throw something in that has nothing to do with that competition. It's all about you and what kind of culture that you've developed.
Awesome. I love it. And the same thing goes. I mean, these are like kind of the basic business principles that are kind of
basic.
pouring over, into this topic, doing your research and knowing what other people are doing. So I love it. I love it.
Exactly. So our next point, number 4, offer interesting and challenging work. Now, we know there's certain administrative things that just have to be done, right?
Yeah.
There's certain day-to-day things that just have to be done, just part of business. But if there's an opportunity to work on a challenging work or a particular project that someone may not have ventured over to because they're not sure, if you let them do it, or, if they're ready, but certain challenging work will help stretch the staff that you already have. So the more your staff is stretched, or the more they're developed, that's the word I like to use, the more your people are developed, the bigger the win is, not only for them in gaining new skills or new insights or new talents and knowledge and everything when working on challenging work, but it's also a win for you because, hey, you are investing. That's the word. You are investing in the development of your people. So the more your people are developed, trained, and developed, and the more they have the opportunity to do work that may be outside of the norm. Everybody has regular daily work, but I'm talking about outside of the norm. There's a great client that that you signed on that has this huge project that obviously you can't do it by yourself. So pick the people that really have the aptitude to really work on it really diligently, and being able to increase what they already know. They come to the table with something already, right? When you hire them, but increase what they already know. So that positions them to have a win, and that positions you to have a win when you offer challenging work. Now, challenging work doesn't mean it's the kind of work that you want them to get burned out on. There's a difference, because you can have a workhorse, for lack of a better word. You just work, and people get burned out. But if you throw in something that kind of shifts, what it is that they were particularly working on or being burned down on, it's like, oh man, this is something refreshing. This is something that is more innovative and more creative and stretches their mind and creativity and, their skill set and everything like that. So the more developed the people are, the more, the bigger the win is for them, and the bigger the win is for the company as a whole. So that is another thing that attracts people. It's like, they're working on some stuff over there, because we talk to our friends, right? When we're not at work, or, when we're not, doing so, we talk about the kind of projects and stuff that we're working on, when we're able to, if it's not all confidential and private. And it's like, oh, wow, that's what y'all doing over there at TSP? This what y'all doing over there at Sassy Jones? They're like, that sounds pretty good. It's like, I need to check them out. So that type of work you want your people to be working on outside of the normal.
Awesome. Guys, if you are just hopping on really quick, my name is Stephanie Rollins. I'm one of the executive coaches for the TSP Mastermind. We've got the magnificent Delmar Johnson on with us today. She is an HR expert. She's just amazing. Amazing at what she does. Absolutely loves what she does. And she is giving us 5 simple tactics to position your small business as an employer of choice. We'll do a quick recap at the end. So sure. If you missed the first couple of points, make sure you stick around so that you can kind of catch up on all of the nuggets. But Delmar, you can go ahead and go into your last point, and then we'll do a quick recap.
Okay, so number 5 is recognize your employees. Now, after all the hard work they've been doing all year, all month, or whatever, the things that they've helped you with in meeting your vision and mission for your business, then if they've done outstanding job, or if they've just really been diligent and committed to helping you in your business, then being able to recognize them is going to be a bonus, not only for them, but for you too, because you feel good when you're being able to recognize someone that has done something great for you and that's been committed to your vision and your mission, has been with you for a while, or even those that are coming in, as they get settled and acclimated into things, you begin to look at, how their performance is and how they're committed to what your vision and mission is for your business. So it's always good to recognize. Recognition doesn't always have to have a price tag attached to it. Recognition can be something as simple as a thank you. I appreciate you. I recognize what you're doing. I don't want it to be taken for granted and unseen or not noticed. It could be a certificate. It could be a gift card. It could be, just a group thanking someone in public, in your group meetings. Hey, we like to recognize Stephanie, for stepping outside the box and really helping us with that client and, nailing that contract, or whatever it is. So just recognition can go a long way. It can be simple, or you can glam it up. It just depends on what your budget looks like, right? But people want to know that they are appreciated. That's really what recognition is all about. They want to know that they are appreciated. It's not something that has to happen all the time. But if there's something specific that you've noticed that they've really knocked out the box, it's like, man, I really got to step up and say something, to how well he or she did something. So recognition goes a long way. So these are, like I said, that's why we call it 5 simple tactics, because all of this is things that we know, right? But sometimes we have to be reminded.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I love how you just broke down each one of the points. I mean, obviously from an HR perspective, and just again, talking about attracting and then also retaining that talent. Because I'm not sure if that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs think about. Like, you get them in the door, but I don't think a lot of people kind of think about, what do I need to have in place so that I can actually keep the talent around? So,
and I think a lot of times it happens like that, Stephanie, because many times we're overwhelmed.
Yes, exactly.
Many times we're overwhelmed. We just think that we just need a body in place to do the job. And then we get frustrated when they don't catch on quick enough, or we get frustrated with, they don't know what they're doing, but they've been working with you for 3 days.
Right.
It's like, of course they don't know.
Hold on now.
They came with the skill set, but you still have to help develop them to understand your culture, your business, how you operate. And sometimes that may take you outsourcing that even to someone that's already on your team to, kind of tag teams, like, hey, I got the, kind of the outline of what I want them to learn. Can you help me develop them? Because a lot of times entrepreneurs are at the point when they're wanting to hire, they already have somebody in place. They may have an office manager or office assistant, or someone that's kind of like their right-hand man or woman that could actually help step in to acclimate those new people along with your direction and, your guidance and everything. But you don't necessarily have to be in the minutia, if you will, of, training and developing your people. Obviously, you're the head of everything and the visionary. But if you already have somebody in place who can actually help you, jump in and help you with that, the better. And that's not always the case. Sometimes that's not always the case, but you definitely want to take the time to do that, because that's the quickest way to run off that good person that you worked to recruit in, which takes a lot of time. It can take a lot of time and a lot of patience. And then that's out the window. Then again, you go back to being frustrated, overwhelmed, and anxiety builds up because you had not planned it out first. That's the important thing. Plan it out. And obviously our plans can not always be 100%, but having no plans mean there's almost 100% possibility or probability of failure.
Yes.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and that nugget right there was worth the whole Lunch and Learn, y'all. So if you didn't catch that, I need for you to rewind it back, because that was a big nugget. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Delmar.
You're welcome.
And Delmar's going to be speaking at Game Plan, y'all. So
I am.
If you got your ticket, yes, exactly. If you got your ticket, you'll be seeing Delmar drop more nuggets on the stage. If you haven't gotten your ticket yet, go ahead and get it now. You don't want to miss out on this, guys. TSPgameplan.com. Go ahead and get your ticket. So Delmar, let's do a quick recap of all of the points that you just mentioned for those people who are just hopping on.
Sure. So number 1 was define what type of person or people that you want to recruit and retain. All right. So you need to identify what that person looks like and how they align with your culture that you're building in your business. Number 2 was identify the perks and benefits. It doesn't always have to start off with the healthcare. vision and dental, the regular fringe benefits, but think of the perks that's unique to your brand, unique to your culture, and think outside the box. It can be simple, or like I said, you can glam it up and it can be elaborate, but that's up to you and what your budget is. Okay. Number three, know what your competition is doing. Check out their career pages, check out how their what their reputation is in the marketplace, how they treat their employees, so you can know exactly what angle you need to take for your business to really be even more competitive to attract the people that you want. Number four was offer interesting and challenging work. Offer the kind of work that can stretch your people, not necessarily burn them out. That's the difference between burnout and a challenging work. So if there's a project that someone can be stretched on and really tap into their skill set, then definitely have that in place, or have the opportunity for that to happen. And then number five was recognize your employees. People want to know that they are appreciated and being connected to you and helping you carry out your vision and mission of your business. So that shows more commitment. And then that just gives you, that makes you feel good too when you're able to recognize your people. That makes it's a win-win all the way around. So those are the five simple tactics so you can position yourself to become an employee of choice.
Awesome. And I just want to restate something that you said earlier, Delmar, in case they missed it. She used the word simple because it's things that you could start implementing as soon as possible. It's not anything that costs a lot of money. It's not anything that's going to take a lot of time. You can start implementing these this week.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely make sure that if you missed any of these nuggets that you go back and catch the replay, because these things are definitely sure to help you grow your business in the long run. So yeah, this is, if you don't see any other Lunch and Learn all year, this is the one that you need to see. All right, Delmar, you've got something special for our audience today. So can you talk a little bit about that?
I sure do. And this is just for the TSP fam. Y'all know I love you. So just for the TSP fam. And what I've started and created was it's a simple membership. It's called HRE Suite. And it's basically an HR help desk and learning hub for entrepreneurs who have questions and they don't know the answers to. They need certain insight on things that are happening in their business as a whole. And it's really about and just let me just run down a few things that's in there. It's on demand trainings every month. Okay, on demand trainings. You have monthly open office hours with me. I'm live. You can ask me any questions. I don't care what they are. I do my best to answer. You have email coaching. So if there's a question or even a letter that you need written, okay, termination letter, those type of things, I can coach you through that. Okay. Power partner training. I'm connected to a lot of great influencers and everything that have insight on entrepreneurship, not just HR, okay? Not just HR, but entrepreneurship, things that we need to know that elevates you. Have a private Facebook group called the HRE Suite group on Facebook, so you can ask any questions there. You have discounts, you have access to me, and it really is an opportunity for you to have access to me without, even if you don't have a big budget, right? That's what this membership is all about. So you can always be able to have a go-to when it's the simple things. You don't always have to go to your attorney, to have the questions answered, and you don't always have to go chasing after the answer when I have the answer for you. You don't have to, if you have questions and everything. So, okay, I don't even know, I don't know the answer to that. And who do I need to go to? You go to the HRE Suite because you get access to me on a more affordable basis. How about that? Everybody likes that, so it's typically $49 a month for the membership, which is already reasonable. But because I love the TSP fam, I'm offering it now for just $29 a month. Awesome. Just for TSP fam only.
Cannot beat that.
Cannot beat that. I do have a link that they can go to, Stephanie. Real simple link. I made it a Bitly link so it can be real simple.
Yep, we dropped it down in the comments for you, Delmar.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you got Bitly/my HRE Suite. I made it very simple for everybody to access. So if you want access to on-demand training, you want access to me for those, for even for the difficult difficult question. I was about to say the simple question, but they can be difficult too. I can get down with that too. Email coaching if you need support in really communicating with your staff, or if you need a letter or some kind of communication, you don't know how to necessarily say it. You have access to HR help desk support, private Facebook group, and you get discounts on other services, obviously, that are offered under the brand HR Brain for Hire. So I'm excited about, putting this out there. It's new, and I'm excited about being able to offer it to the TSP fam for only $29 a month. So I'm telling you, get in.
Yes, hop on that while you can, because when are you taking that deal down, Delmar?
Oh, they actually have a full 30 days. I told you, just for the TSP fam.
Awesome,
So
awesome,
that deal is good until January 10th. So that's 30 days.
amazing,
Mhm.
amazing. All right, y'all. So you heard it from her. Go ahead and grab your deal while you can, because it's normally a bit more expensive. Still a reasonable price, but you don't want to pay more than you have to if
Yeah.
you don't have to. So thank you guys so much for joining us for today's Lunch and Learn. Delmar, thank you so much for just
Thank
being
you.
on today.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
we always
appreciate it.
enjoy having you. So just amazing nuggets. Again, if you missed anything, make sure you catch the replay, because this is one that you need to see in order to really grow your business for the long run. So make sure you tune into that. But we will see you guys next week. Next week, we'll be doing another amazing Lunch and Learn right here in the TSP group, and then on the TSP Facebook page at noon Eastern Standard Time. So we will see you then.